And the decision is very easy. Then 370 students and getting best student award is not that easy in IIT system. I had to work from night 9 o'clock to early morning 3 o'clock almost every day. And we were out of 370 students, 6 students got more than CGPA 9, and I was one among them ended with the best student recognition, best student award in IIT Kharagpur. And thanks to my teachers who made me to that position. But then MTech is MTech, PhD is PhD, you know. At that point of time, I thought I must complete PhD. Then before leaving the campus, on the last day, I met a couple of professors. I told I want to come for PhD. They told, you are welcome, you are our proud product, please come back. So joined in the aerospace engineering as an external registration for PhD and completed PhD. Thereby, the entire qualification started in ISRO with a diploma entry, completed AME, completed MTech, completed PhD. That is the way the education qualification went up. But important thing is, my PhD thesis and MTech thesis, both are finding application today in sending the human being Indians to space and bring them back safely. In that place, both are finding application.
So, you speak with so much passion. Like, one can sense that you have a lot of joy in the work that you do. And, given that our theme is curiosity is the curriculum, what keeps you curious about the work that you do?
First of all, before going to your question, I have to salute a couple of people. First and foremost, here there may be Hindus, Muslims, Christians. I don't know, anybody has seen God directly? We go to temple, of course, when you pray well, and we see this one. But I have seen gods. You know where? The face of my teachers, starting from primary school to PhD, I see them like God only. Dear students, dear principals, probably you may not be knowing your value, but the students know who you are. To be frank, whenever I sit in front of my teachers, whatever they tell, I see God in their face. Whatever they say, I accept totally. I follow them. And that is one of the reasons I am here with you today.
That's beautifully put. I do have more questions for you, but I'm told we need to open the house for questions as well. So I'm going to ask one now, but if you have any questions, do raise your hands after this answer, and we'll try and take at least a couple of questions. Sir, there is so much exciting stuff happening for Indian space right now, whether it's startups, in this space. What are you most excited about? What are the upcoming projects of ISRO that are keeping you excited?
Number one, I feel I am a proud Indian. Yeah. You know why? 1947, when we got independence, 97.5% people were below the poverty line. And you know who ruled us? UK team ruled us. Today, we have grown and grown. We have overtaken them, and we are economically fourth in position in the world. Yeah. So let us give a big hand to all the people. Second thing, you take education as a sector. You know, when we got independence, hardly 12% people were only literate. There were no IITs, no IIMs, no All India Institute of Medical Science. Today, we can criticize us, but we should also appreciate us. There are fantastic institutions. Hardly 2,825 primary schools. And today, you know how many schools? Yeah. And what type of IITs you are having, what type of All India Institutes. And we have built the education so excellent. Today, 79.7% people are literate. And not only literate, and their knowledge, the standard of Indians, you should understand when you go abroad, when you stand in different forums.
That's why we are sought after.
And Indian education system is one of the best education system. Let us give a big hand to all the principals who are all here. And you know, you are the people, you are molding and grooming the children. And I strongly believe there are two types of educations. One is a intellectual-based education, and another one is a value-based education. And I am successful because my teachers, primary school teachers, high school teachers, they have pumped in me the equally the value-based education in par with the intellectual-based education. So you have got a great responsibility to execute that job. And academically students will be good, but that doesn't mean great. Along with that, the overall personality is important. So it is you. Say, shall I tell you one thing? Without your knowledge, the students learn lot of things from you. If I am good, it is the great thing. The entire thing credit goes to my teachers. If I have any weakness, then you know who to be blamed, not me. So the teachers really plays a very, very, very role.
Cannot agree more, sir. Absolutely, absolutely. The house is now open for questions. If there are any, okay, we'll send a mic there. The gentleman in the blue and white shirt, please. Please introduce yourself, and I request you all to keep your questions brief so that we can take as many as possible.
Hi, sir. My name is Ayush. I'm a freelance sports journalist, but I'm representing George Bishop Mission School right now. Astronomy has been my fantasy or curiosity, you can say, since childhood. Too bad I wasn't cut out for science. But I want to ask you a question based on astronomy, but it's a very deep-sea kind of a thing. So if you are okay, can I proceed?
Yeah, please go ahead. If I know, I will tell yes. If I don't know, I will tell I don't know. I will come back. It's as simple as that.
All right. I'm pretty sure you must be knowing. So whenever it comes to space exploration, especially its future, interstellar travel is one thing that always fascinates us. Currently, our technological limitations do not permit, but research is still ongoing, and the warp drive concept is one that we come across quite often. There are multiple contradictory reports all across the internet. Some say it's a fantasy, some say the breakthrough is near. So since you are the man, I want to directly ask it to you. Do we really even have a 1% chance of coming up with the warp drive, and we can make the interstellar travel a reality?
I strongly feel it is possible. Say, no, it was, I want to tell my own experience. 1969, you know what is the importance of 1969? 1969, August 15, ISRO was formed. And we were 70 years behind advanced spacefaring nation. It was that day, that year, the man landed on the moon. But that was an important day for me. You know why? I was in the first standard. My entire school, primary school, the area was less than this stage. Only 70% of this area. And that day was a fantastic day for us because our teachers were not teaching. And we were enjoying. We were not knowing what is happening. And teachers were small radios that they were going here and there. And then people came back and they told, looks like man has landed on the moon. To be frank, even after I joined ISRO, there were people questioning really whether man landed on the moon or not. People were questioning. And I was also not 100% sure at that point of time, 40 years back. But when you look back, it was the reality. 1969, man has landed on the moon. Who thought that we will have our own human spaceflight program? Who thought 50 years back, if you would have thought about human spaceflight program, everybody would have told that this fellow is having something wrong with him. Even the vision of Sarabhai doesn't talk about that. But today we are talking that as a reality. And we are talking sending Indian to moon and bring them back safely. Today we are talking. 50 years back, it was all some dream. So thereby, whatever question you asked, I say my answer is yes. This is going to be a reality.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Good evening, sir.
Now, one more thing I want to tell. You know, when I was a student, I have heard about rocket engines. You know, can you answer what is the difference between a rocket engine and a car engine? You have any idea? Quite different is a very generic answer. Can you be specific?
I cannot be more specific than that.
Now I will explain in a layman language. Okay. What a car engine does, it either takes human being from one place to another place or object from one place to another place. Rocket engine does same job only. Either it takes astronaut from Earth to space or satellite from Earth to space. Functionality wise same, but couple of difference. A car in Calcutta road, you know how difficult it is. We were traveling, we thought we will travel with 80 km/h speed. With that only I was setting my program, but it was running with 10 km/h speed some places 70 km/h, but driver never exceeded more than 70 km/h. To place a Chandrayaan 3 in the orbit, we had to give 37,000 km/h speed velocity. Is it clear? 37,000 km/h. Please understand what is the type of difference. Now in the car, I think you would have studied in the high school. If you calculate petrol car, per second we consume 4 gram per second. Air plus petrol, 3.5 to 4 gram per second. When our Mark 3 rocket lift off, we consume 4,000 kg per second fuel. That is the type of consumption. And actually in diploma, my elective was automobile technology. I thought I will do some automobile engines, but landed in the cryogenic engine development. Today, we have developed 3 cryogenic stages, and in 90s, it was denied to India by advanced countries using the name MTCR is a fantastic word to be used. Using that, it was denied. Now, today we have developed 3 cryogenic propulsion systems using liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen, and India is one among 6 countries having the technology. Not that only. When we developed the Mark 3 rocket, which has taken Chandrayaan 2, Chandrayaan 3 to space, we have made 3 world records, 3 places we are number 1 today in the cryogenic engine development. What are all the 3 places? Just we have made 3 engines. Generally other countries make 10 engines, then only they go for flight. We decided we'll make only 3 engines and we'll go for flight. And between the engine experiment to flight, other countries have taken average 6 years, minimum 34 months. We Indians put a target of 24 months when I was the project director, and Kiran Kumar sir was the chairman, and Radhakrishnan sir was the chairman. And I want to tell one of my very bad experience. I presented this idea in a slide in an international forum in Beijing, in a conference. We will make 3 engines, and in 24 months we will fly. You know, 70 countries were there, they were looking at me like this. And unfortunately, I was one of the few people who had the dark hair. All the people were having gray hair. And they asked a question, yes, you are making this statement, can you explain what others have done? Then I told one of the country who asked, you have made 11 engines, you have taken 6 years. Next question was, oh, you know this, and are you making joke in this international forum? I decided one thing, because all are gray hair people, we should respect age, and if I talk anything, they are not going to respect. Simply I walked down, I told, whatever answer I am going to tell, you are not going to accept. I will come back after 24 months. Dear friends, today, we have done with 3 engines. In 28 months, we are having 2 world records to our credit. And we had to do an experiment with 5,000 kg of liquid hydrogen. 5,000 kg of liquid hydrogen. You know what is the liquid hydrogen? If you handle properly, it will work as a fuel. If you don't handle it, will explode as a hydrogen bomb. And generally, people do a lot of experiments. And we built a test stand for 1,000 crore over 10 years. And we gave when I was the project director, we gave a proposal. Hey, India is a very poor country, no? A lot of village people are there. So many people are not having huge finance condition. So whenever we approve a test, I used to think 10 times. Is it mandate requirement or we can do digital simulation? We gave a proposal, we will not do any experiment. Because if you have to do experiment 10 months, it will take at least some 500 crore is required. And so a lot of people have to work. We thought we'll do digital simulation, go for actual test. And we gave the proposal, thanks to the great former chairman, Kiran Kumar, who believed our team, who gave the clearance. I want to tell today, India has done 34 days, we have made the 3rd world record. This record, 34 days we have completed. Other countries have taken average 6 months, minimum 68 days. This world record cannot be broken by any country in next 50 years also. because nobody is going to take such a risk.
Fantastic.
And thereby, whatever question you asked, interstellar travel, everything is going to be a reality. I strongly believe it will happen.
Sir, I have a follow-up.
I'm so sorry. We'll have to move on to the next question. Please.
Good evening, sir. First of all, I'd like to thank Admission Tree for giving us the opportunity to have an interaction with you. My question is, space curiosity is one of the things which is there in all students in our schools. Is there any plan that ISRO is having to have something connection with the school? At some program where ISRO will get connected with the school will get the opportunity to get a direct input from you. There are commercial things happening, but it's actually of no use. So can we have something, a direct collaboration where ISRO can actually help the school to give the expectations of the students know more in this area?
No, we have got lot of programs. Probably let me explain you. Point number one, we have got a program called UVIGA program. We select students from 9th standard throughout the country. If I am correct, something around 200 students per year. And they are given full exposure. They are given coaching and they are taken through all the labs and they are given exposure. This is one. Another thing is, there was a time our labs were closed labs. But today everything is opened. So we are having 6 centers, 7 centers, 6 units, and 22 offices, in 22 cities, 43 offices. Your students are free to come to any office to witness there. And we have opened up the launch center, a gallery. Every launch, 10,000 students can come and witness. But only one thing is, our population is so much. The moment we open, within 3 hours, people book and get closed. But you can ask your students to apply. If somebody misses a slot, you can approach. We will enable the students. And thereby, today, we are allowing the students to come to our office, spend 1 or 2 days, and they can spend a lot of time. And there are internship program. Right now, it is for the undergraduates, and they can come, they can apply to any centers. And it is like a first come, first service. It is done. And then first come, first service with minimal level of eligibility. So students can come and do internship. And undergraduates and postgraduates can come for project thesis. So thereby, today, lot of openings are there.
Thank you
So
for
you can ask your students to come to, you are from which place, sir?
Sir, my name is Rajesh Surana from Magnus Global School from West Bengal, Bardhaman, which is 100 kilometers from Kolkata.
Yeah, so you are free to come to any office, we will encourage. You can write to us, we will encourage.
Thank you, sir.
That's very generous of you. And just as an add-on, if you're on ISRO's social medias, I myself have seen many announcements inviting schools to send in projects, etc. So that's something to track as well.
Thank you.
One last question, I think, at the end, and then we're going to close.
Good evening, sir. I am Arun Kumar Dasgupta, Principal of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Kolkata. Sir, I would like to come to something very basic. There is no doubt that within this last 50 years, India has made enormous progress in the field of science, technology, and every field. And ISRO is one of our prestigious projects, which is now challenging the entire global arena. Sir, I want to ask you something, and you are yourself a product of the existing or the education system which is continuing. So at this moment, what is your understanding that how much change of this present education system is required to be done? And if yes, what are the major areas you see these changes must take place? Thank you, sir.
See, our education system, honestly speaking, lot of changes are required. Number one, what we have to strengthen is the interfacing between industries and academia. This is one area which has to be strengthened. Second thing is R&D labs and academia. So this has to be strengthened. Third thing is, while appreciating our education system, we have to also put a couple of things. For example, why we are not getting our academic institute, there are so many IITs, IISc, so many things. Why we are not in a position to win the Nobel Prizes? And getting Nobel Prize is one aspect, but we have to put a vibrant system, a conducive environment for people to work and come to international standards. But while criticizing our system, we also should appreciate our system. You know why we have to appreciate our system? Say, 1947 when we got independence, our country, you know what was the stature? I will tell you one example. Take average life of Indians. What was the average life of Indians in 1947? Yeah, it was 32 years. And there were deadly diseases. And 97.5% people were below the poverty line. You know what is meant by below poverty line? The English word, generally when you speak, there is a problem. Nobody will get a feel of that word. And the feeling I will give you, villages, 50% people only had the opportunity to eat food more than one time. Remaining people were not having even access to food for more than one time. And we had to solve lot of problem, and at that point of time, our education system also had to improve. But today, the country has grown to different level, so we have to pump in lot of investment in all the fields. And there was a time, I think you all will agree with me, 40 years back, if you ask any student what do you want to become, 90% student will tell you either doctor or engineer only. But is it sufficient for the country? Every field has to improve. So all the fields, we have to give equal opportunity. Let it be law, let it be economics, let it be history, let it be geography, let it be literature. Every area we have to strengthen. And surely the education system, if it has to become a vibrant education system, 2-3 things should be done. Number one, don't force any students. The parents have got a habit. They will impose whatever they want on their children. Don't do that. In fact, I have also done that mistake. Let me be very open. My daughter wanted to do mechanical engineering. I wanted her to do electronics and communication. So after completing electronics and communication, finally she switched over to management side. And the teachers and students, the parents should not force the students to do. You should allow them to do whatever they like. Because today the country, lot of opportunities are there. So what you are doing is not important. How you are doing is very important. And in nutshell, if I tell, our education system, a lot more improvement has to happen. In fact, Honorable Prime Minister has given a lot of direction. Skill development has to happen. For example, space. We are going to introduce some curriculum across the school, across the colleges, so that students will understand. You all know the landing of Chandrayaan 3. Entire country knows. But how many of you know what is the outcome of Chandrayaan 3? Can somebody rise and explain? And it is our responsibility to take it to all villages. There are 8 minerals we have discovered. We have discovered seismic activity on the moon. We have discovered thermal profile. We have discovered electron clouds. So what is required is whatever we are doing itself, it's not reaching to the school, colleges, and we have to ensure, we have to pump in the idea to this one. And first of all the teachers, you should inculcate patriotism in the children's mind. You know, I am a proud product of IIT Kharagpur. Why I am a proud product? There are 2 major reasons. Number one, IIT is IIT. IIT Kharagpur is the first IIT started on August 18, 1951. So I had the great opportunity to be alumni of that. But more than that, what I enjoyed, what I liked is, you know, why Kharagpur IIT was started? Any idea? There was a place called Hijili Retention Camp.
1952.
1951, August 18. It was started there. The reason of starting there is very simple. The people who fought for independence were kept in the jail there. I don't know how many people have gone to IIT Kharagpur. Can you raise your hand? I feel very bad. All must see IIT Kharagpur. Only 75 kilometers. Why? You know, when I went there, what impressed me, what touched me, what transformed me, I will tell you. That is the place where there was a Hijili retention camp. And our freedom fighters were kept there in the jail. There are 2 types of jails. One jail, recently a month back, 1.5 months back when I went and measured the dimension. Fully closed jail, only 58 centimeter by 28 centimeter opening. Please understand, somebody is put inside. I was told most of the people cannot survive further. And those who were hardcore freedom fighters, they were kept inside. and no water supply, no electricity, nothing. And there is second cell, 3 sides closed, 1 side full of iron rods, and full of forest. When people are kept inside, there are snakes outside, lot of things. Please understand, the freedom was got with the great sacrifice a lot of people. So you principals, you should really inculcate to the student community. The students today, nobody knows clearly how we got independence. They should get a feel of it. Whenever I go there, I go, stand there, salute, pay my respect, and take lot of oath. I should contribute for the country. The country's independence has come with the sacrifice of lot of people. With that only I come out. And when I come out, I also make one oath. I should be a good human being. And I should not do injustice to anybody knowingly. And like that, lot of things has to happen in the mind. A transformation has to happen. So you teachers should really pump in the idea of the history, how we got independence, what is the difficulty we got independence. Everything idea should be pumped so that the students will grow as sensible, responsible, smart citizens of this country. Wherever they go, they can go abroad, but always Bharat should be in the mind. Making this country as a developed country should be the mind. That is in the hand of ideas should be more the students, so that the students will grow as sensible, responsible, smart citizens of this country. Wherever they go, they can go abroad, but always Bharat should be in the mind. Making this country as a developed country should be the mind. That is in the hand of you to mold the students.
Thank you, sir. And I don't think there could have been a better note to end this conversation on, sir. The work that you're doing at ISRO makes us all so proud. We forget all the problems we have, and we pray that ISRO finds success in every mission that it undertakes. Thank you so much for coming here and speaking to us today.
Thank you. So before we conclude, let me just make 2-3 statements. Dear teachers, when ISRO was formed, we were 70 years behind advanced countries. We were moving our rockets in bicycles, not new bicycles, old bicycles. And from that, and Apple satellite, first time for an experiment was moved in a bullock cart. From that bullock cart and bicycle era, last 50, 60 years we have done great thing. Number one, there are 55 space applications. Tele-education, telemedicine, television broadcasting, disaster warning mitigation, weather forecasting, ensuring food security. Why food security? Ensuring safety, security of every citizen of Bharat, including recent Sindoor operation, whatever best possible, we have done. But I cannot reveal everything. And lot of applications. And we have built 133 satellites placed in the orbit. And 100th rocket took off successfully from Indian soil, January 29, and we have made golden letters Indian history. The 100th rocket was successfully done. And 50 years back, we were 70 years behind advanced countries. For example, you take USA as a country. And you know, the first rocket was donated, a small, tiny rocket they donated in 1963. And using that, we first launched. And August 1st, 1975, we wanted to demonstrate a mass communication. And we had space, but no space research at that time. And 2,400 TV sets were kept in 2,400 villages. And a satellite signal we got from America, ATS-6 satellite signal, we demonstrated mass communication. That time, they had the rocket to send man to moon and bring them back safely. Today, a country which started last month 30th, we have launched a satellite called NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar Satellite. You know what is the money spent by NASA? 10,300 crore they have spent, and they have made a L-band synthetic aperture radar payload. And we have made another payload equivalent to that. And it is India which built the satellite. It was Indian rocket which placed the satellite in the orbit. Today we are rubbing shoulder to shoulder with developed countries. That is the place we have reached. And I want to tell in nutshell, with the vision of Honorable Prime Minister, by 1940, we will be second to none. We will be in par with any other spacefaring nation in the world. A country which moved rocket in bicycle, today in 9 places, India is number 1. 9 places. Chandrayaan-1 found water molecule on the moon, we are number 1. We are having, who is having best camera in the moon surface, moon orbit? India is having the best camera in the moon orbit, 32 centimeter resolution, and the best photograph from moon belongs to Indians. Please appreciate India. And we had accomplished a Mars orbiter mission. We have to travel 68 crore kilometer. 68 crore kilometer, I think you are all teachers. Please do a small calculation, 0.01 degree error if you travel. Where you will go? You cannot go to Mars. You will go some other place. And not only that, after going there, after 295 days, you have to start the engine and you have to capture. I think teachers are having a lot of leave, not like other government office. So a lot of vacation. When you go on vacation, come back after 2 months, start your car. Whether car will start or two-wheeler will start. Here after 295 days, the engine has to start. I still remember when Modi ji was sitting in our control center, we are holding our heart, it should start. Perfectly started and we succeeded. Dear brothers, India is the only country, first country succeeded Mars orbiter mission in the first attempt. None of the developed country could succeed. And it was Russia which placed the first satellite in the orbit, Sputnik. And they placed 37 satellites using a single rocket. And one day we debated in Trivandrum. Oh, we are all topper from IIT, IAC, and what, nobody is minding us. Then somebody gave a fantastic idea, why don't you place 100 satellites using a single rocket? Placing 100 satellite is easy, but it should not hit each other. And I want to tell, India is the first country which placed more than 100 satellites using a single rocket successfully. And we are holding that record for a long time. And Aditya L1, madam told that we are going to make a satellite for studying sun. No, we have built a satellite called Aditya L1, and we are the 4th country to build a satellite for studying the sun. And right now the satellite is in the orbit. We have got 20 terabit data. Please Google and find out how the mass ejection happens, what is the type of thing. So much data has come. And this year, January 16, we had made a great accomplishment. What is docking? We have done a docking. Docking is very simple. Assume in Calcutta Road, in one car your father is going, another car your mother is going. Both cars are moving with 80 km/h speed. And without stopping the car, and nicely you have to connect software. You know how difficult it is? Is it difficult or easy? So difficult, And a satellite rotating with 28,400 km/h, 2 satellites were rotating. On January 16, I took over as Chairman ISRO on January 13. January 16, we have successfully reduced the velocity and docked, and India is one among 4 countries accomplished this docking experiment. If it is that easy job, every country would have done. And a country which was not having satellite technology, rocket technology, after Modi ji took over as the Prime Minister of this country, we have conceived, built a 1000 kg communication satellite, launched and donated to South Asian countries. Please understand, a country moving rocket parts in bicycle is donating its satellite to the other countries. What type of significant growth? And we are working for a space station. By 2035, India will have its own space station. Wow. Actually, after seeing, I am fully confident we will build at least 3 to 4 years before that. I am fully confident. And to ensure the safety and security of this country, whatever is required in the space program based on the direction by Honorable Prime Minister, we are going to do. You all will be safe in the country, and we will ensure safety of all of you. And in 3 years time frame from now, the current 55 satellites will be increased to at least three times. Now, after we conclude our talk, because madam is already her time out, and after we conclude our talk, I have brought a small video. Say our space program was started in the year 62. So 63 years we have completed. Next 22 years, Honorable Prime Minister has given a direction and guideline to build the space activities. That means 85 years of space activities. We have converted into a 10 minutes video. That video will be played after we complete our discussion.
Fantastic, sir. We look forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Dr. Narayanan deserves a standing ovation. and all our respect, all our gratitude for the work that he's leading at ISRO. Please stay with us, sir. I'd like to invite Dhruva Mukherjee, CEO at ABP, to felicitate our honorable chief guest. He has inspired us with his words and also inspired us by his stories and all the anecdotes that he shared with us. Beautiful, Vale. I'll hold that.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a great
Thank you so much, sir, once again.
Sir, I'd request both the sirs to be on stage, and Radhika, thank you so much.
Thank you very
she
much.
She truly
indeed.
deserves
Thank
a big
you.
hand, ladies and gentlemen. She's been an amazing, firing fireside chat all the way. Thank you so much. Now, sir, sorry.
No, from my side also, madam, you don't run away. Please come. Don't be outstanding scientist, be here. So let me wholeheartedly express my gratitude for all of you for bringing me here and also making this so lovely by your smiling face, Radhika. Thank you.
I request both the sirs to remain on stage. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be giving out awards and we're going to be felicitating right now, but I want you all to stay back after that because the 10-minute video will give you an idea where ISRO has taken India, right to the Mount Everest tip and the top, and we should be really proud to have this amazing gentleman with us today who has made India proud, who has made India stand out in the world. A big hand once again for him, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, students from various institutions, 50 institutions registered, 21 were shortlisted, and of course, it was all about Future Scope 2047. Each school had a project and 21 of them displayed it just at the other hall. And out of these 21 schools, all were congratulated, but we have 3 winners. And right now, it is such an honor to have the ABP CEO as well as Mr. Narayanan, who is from ISRO, who has told us so much. Starting off with our second runner-up, we'd like to call on Young Horizons School, but unfortunately the students are not here, but I would like to call on the principal, Ms. Sharmishta Sen, to kindly come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big hand. Their project was Aqua Shield, and the students were Shandilya Das, Ronak Datta, Aryaman Kar, and Zenifa Media. But on behalf, we have the principal. And they get a 10,000 cash check also courtesy Admission Tree. Amazing. Their effort truly paid off. And our first runner-up, ladies and gentlemen, Sayani International School, Mahesh Tala. The project being Eco Dots, exploring innovation that will shape our world tomorrow. Ashmita Maji, Ayush Dotto, and Shushrut Chatterjee. They get vouchers, they get medals, they get a small trophy, and of course, a check of 15,000. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big hand, the future of our country. Maybe after some years, they'll be at ISRO. Thank you, students, and congratulations at Rashaini International School, Mahishtala. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner, an all-girls team from Sri Shikshayatan School and their project Smart Overtrap Network, Early Warning for Dengue. Shrinka Roy, Shrestha Ghosh, Oritriko Hajra, Atmoja Chakravarti, and Shriya Kundu. The rock stars.
Words hanging loose where thoughts collide. Admission tree conversations 2025, where silence whispers and dreams survive.
They've really made Kolkata and Bengal proud. Amazing innovation, amazing future thought, truly, truly rocking. Congratulations once again. And sir, before we go to the next felicitation, I've been told you have a small announcement for the winning schools.
Spoke to the wind, it had nothing to say. The leaves just danced and blew away. I asked the moon, but it stayed.
So all the 15 students who have won, so we will give you opportunity to witness our rocket launch within 3 to 4 months' time. You will be informed. Please send the list. You will be our guest. Thank you so much.
Sir, we request both of you all to be on stage. And now, no event is a success without the support. And from SIP Abacus, our presenting sponsor, I would like to call on Dinesh Victor and Shubhajit Maulik to kindly come on stage. We'll be felicitating them. And thank you so much for supporting this amazing cause of conversations and encouraging the students.
Conversations 2025.
And now I'd like to call on our powered by sponsor education initiative, Mr. Vikas Narang. Would like to have you on stage, please, sir. Big hand to them, ladies and gentlemen. They encouraged conversations. They encouraged us. And our co-sponsor, I would like to call on from Vidya Mandir Society, Major General V.N. Chaturvedi, sir, and his team.
Fingers tracing roots so bold. Questions linger like shadows in the shade. Truth's a whisper that's slow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've had an amazing evening. And sir, thank you so much for enriching us and actually fulfilling our curiosity. We've come to know so much about outer space. We've come to know so much about where India is going. Really, really appreciate it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please don't move out. We have a 10-minute video which you must see to see what ISRO has done for the country.
Space ignites a boundless wonder that fuels humanity's relentless urge to explore. A cosmic symphony of planets, stars, and dazzling mysteries. It calls us to dive headfirst into the unknown, unraveling the universe's deepest secrets with unstoppable curiosity and an insatiable thirst for discovery. India commenced its journey into space research in the early 1960s, a time when satellite applications were still in the experimental phase globally. Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, a true visionary of India's space program, firmly believed that space technology could be harnessed to address societal and national challenges effectively. The Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, was established in August 1969 and subsequently came under the Department of Space in September 1972. The prime objective of ISRO is the development of advanced space technology and application of space technology for societal, commercial, developmental, and strategic requirements of the country. 50 years ago, India built its first satellite, Aryabhatta, that was launched with the help of Russia, erstwhile Soviet Union, on April 19, 1975. Marking India's entry into the select club of spacefaring nations. SITE, an experimental satellite communication project jointly designed by ISRO and NASA, was launched in India during 1975 to make informational television programs to rural India, the largest social experiment to educate financially and economically backward community. Since then, 131 satellites have been conceived with state-of-the-art technologies, built and launched for communication, Earth observation, navigation, scientific applications, etc., for the benefits of humankind. Some of the major space-based services are telemedicine, teleeducation, disaster warning, weather forecasting, resource management, planning, etc., addressing the civilian requirements. From the nascent phase of transporting our first indigenous communication satellite, Apple, Ariane passenger payload experimental satellite, today we have established state-of-the-art facilities and proven our technical prowess in the field of launch vehicle capability. From the major challenge of having no access to cryogenic propulsion technology, affecting its ability to launch communication satellite, India overcome these challenges through successful demonstration of GSLV mission. Augmenting to this, India developed and qualified a new cryogenic engine with 3 times the thrust for its LVM-3 launcher in record time, setting 3 global benchmarks. These include completing development and flight with just 3 engines, achieving the maiden flight in 28 months, and conducting the stage hot test in only 34 days, faster than any other country. We aim for many such world records to be made in the coming years. India achieved its first successful launch to orbit with SLV-3 on 18 July 1980. The nation developed 6 generations of launch vehicles with advanced inertial and navigation systems: SLV-3, ASLV, PSLV, GSLV, LVM-3 and SSLV, and recently achieved the milestone of 100th launch in January of this year with the launch of GSLV F-15.
This mission is the 100th launch from our launch pads, which is very significant milestone of India. Our space program was conceived and started by visionary leader Professor Vikram Sarabhai and taken forward by generations of leaders.
The fact that half of these launches were accomplished in the last 10 years alone indicates that our space sector has grown exponentially. India has demonstrated a unique approach for its space science satellites. The high success rate and the cost-effective nature of our lunar and Mars missions have caught global attention. India's first lunar mission discovered water molecules in the moon for the first mission. The second lunar mission, Chandrayaan-2, has the highest resolution camera, 32 centimeter, in the world that continues to map the moon. When Chandrayaan-3 satellite became the first satellite in the world to touch the South Pole region of the moon, it also touched the heart of every Indian, and the whole world watched and hailed the achievement. India became the first country to successfully insert a Mars orbiter on its maiden attempt in 2014, which also made a record as cost-effective mission. In 2023, it launched its first solar mission, Aditya L1, becoming the fourth country to do so, with the spacecraft now actively contributing solar data to the global scientific community. Indian space sector reforms aim to foster private sector participation and innovation in space activities led by InSpace with the support of ISRO and INSEL, through hand-holding and enabling the non-governmental entities, NGEs. This year, India will witness the first commercial launch vehicle, PSLV-N1, realized by industry consortium carrying ISRO's technology demonstration satellite, TDS-01, demonstrating a host of new developments such as indigenous traveling wave tube amplifiers, etc. Today, we have a world-class ground infrastructure in the country, distributed across various states, including multiple launch pads, engine and stage testing facilities, and ground tracking facilities, including a 32-meter antenna for space exploration missions. ISRO is advancing quantum communication technology to ensure ultra-secure satellite-based data transmission in India. As part of our capacity-building outreach activities, ISRO adopted multi-pronged approach such as establishment of Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, IIST Regional Center, delivering space-based courses, etc. Recently, as part of the historic Axiom 4 mission, Gagan Yatri Subhanshu Shukla etched his name in history as the first Indian to board the International Space Station ISS, and only the second Indian astronaut to venture into space after the legendary wing commander Rakesh Sharma. For 18 awe-inspiring days, Shukla lived and worked aboard the ISS, carrying the dreams of over 1 billion Indians. He conducted 7 groundbreaking India-specific microgravity experiments, generating vital data for future planetary explorations and long-duration space missions. From the depths of space, he held a landmark conversation with the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, provided key updates on India's trailblazing experiments to Secretary DOS, Chairman ISRO, Dr. V. Narayanan, and inspired students across the nation through heartfelt interactions. NISAR, as a shining example of international cooperation, the joint NASA-ISRO mission NISAR was successfully launched from the Indian soil. Equipped with advanced dual-frequency synthetic aperture radar, NISAR is transforming Earth observation by tracking climate change, natural disasters, land shifts, and many more with unmatched precision. Another major endeavor is ISRO-JAXA mission to Moon, Chandrayaan-5 LoopX mission. The Indian space program has set its sights high in the next 25 years with the Gaganyaan program.
2035 तक अंतरिक्ष में भारत का अपना स्पेस स्टेशन होगा, जो हमें स्पेस के अज्ञात विस्तार को जानने में मदद करेगा।
The first uncrewed mission for Gaganyaan is planned this year to demonstrate the associate technology for human spaceflight. ISRO has initiated the development of a super heavy lift rocket to take our Gaganyatris to the moon and back. The various initiatives in the space sector and the goals identified under the Space Vision 2047 will elevate the Indian capability in launch vehicles, satellites, and space applications on par with the leading spacefaring nations by the 2040-45 time frame and contribute to the vision of Viksit Bharat by 2047.
From church courtyards to cosmic frontiers, India's space journey shines as a triumph of grit, innovation, and vision. With space stations ahead and limitless dreams, ISRO proves space isn't just for exploration, it's for empowering a nation. The story has just begun, and the stars are only the start.
That was truly wonderful. It took us totally into space. Dr. Narayan, thank you so much for making us actually see it sitting right here in the Calcutta and not going all the way to the center itself. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. And once again, I would request everybody, dinner and drinks are served. So kindly move to the area outside. And before all of us leave, I'd like to thank once again our sponsors, our presenting sponsor, SIP Abacus. Educational Initiative are powered by sponsor EI. Vidya Mandir Society and J.D. Birla Institute are co-sponsors. Partners ISRO, Birla Institute and Technological Museum. Print partners Anand Bazar Patrika, The Telegraph. Digital partners ABP Live, RO Anando. Radio partner 91.9 Friends FM. Education partners Headward and KIPS. Outdoor media partner Balaji Ads. Ladies and gentlemen, cocktails and dinner is served. Request you to please go ahead and help yourselves.